Hello everyone, a very good afternoon. You welcome to this session. Just let me know if you are able to hear me properly and see me properly. Hearing this. Good afternoon. So happy to see you all here. For those who don't know me, my name is Niharika John Mehra. I have been teaching English for more than 10 years now, and I teach especially for competitive exam, like English for competitive exam. So you will get my lessons here. My lessons are under our courses, which are available on our website and on our app. Do join our WhatsApp community for regular updates and information, important information, so that you do not miss them. And all the details, all the links are in the description box below. जल्दी से like और share कर दो session को. Let's have more people here and subscribe our channel if you are new here. So what we are going to do, of course, mains questions practice. But we just give me a moment. I'm going to. This is the old PPT in front of you. I just need to change the PPT and then we will start. Just need a few more seconds and then we are done. I think we are good to go. So we are starting with some questions which are of error detection, but these are not simple one-liner error detection. You have to think a lot. Please start doing it. I'll give you some timer of around a minute, because these are lengthier questions, but you can crack them. Okay. So please try to do the questions correctly and answer आपको यहाँ chat में भेजना है. You have to post your answer here in the live chat. Okay. So the question here, it says you have to find sentence or sentences which are grammatically correct. Okay. So whichever sentence you find is incorrect, you can eliminate that and select the remaining ones. And you guys are absolutely right. C is the answer here. Short sentence is very easy to check. The advent of antibiotics, beginning of antibiotics, ignited what? The hope of what? Elimination. Elimination of what? Of infectious diseases in whom? In humans and animals. First for sure is correct. So I have now two options eliminated. Okay. If I get any error in second one, or if I'm very sure that there is third one, it can narrow down. So the Battle of Plassey of 1757 was led by, okay. Now here, not this lead, but led, led will come. This word is wrong. We want to use verb third form here. So was led by Nawab of Bengal against whatever. So of course, all are correct is wrong. But you have first alone and first and third which are correct. So you have to check the third sentence as well. Kerala disregarded. Disregarded what? Settled law. Law that was settled. So this verb third form is actually acting as adjective here. Okay, this is your main verb which is in second form. While issuing what? An ordinance to do what? 2 plus V1 to curb abusive content. Adjective noun. Other things are absolutely right. So just tell me the correct answer, okay? Now, uh, Ravi's nephew who lives in the Delhi, you use the only in the case with respect to places if it is a country or the country's name or no, and the country's name has union, kingdom, united and republic in it. Delhi cities के नाम के आगे तो anyways we don't use the. So this the article was wrong here. That's why first is wrong. You have three options eliminated quickly. Now none is correct. That means all the sentences they have problem or just the third one is correct. If you are able to figure out the second sentence, you have your answer. You don't even need to move to the third one. Cool? So Mohan was angry at. You get angry with someone, but you get angry at something. Okay, when there is a thing after this, you say, I'm angry at how he behaved. So that's why at will come, with is wrong. Third is absolutely right. The world must force, must verb first form, Pakistan. To do what? To take steps. What kind of steps? Tangible. Against whom? Against terror networks. Every single thing is correct in sentence number 3. Only the third one was correct. I hope you are getting it. Any doubt? Anything you want to ask? I hope so. चलो आगे बढ़ते हैं. Next question. Make sure to like and share the session, guys. Okay, answer. None is correct, or none are correct. Both the forms are right, by the way. The bench that was led by Justice has bench singular. It is a collective noun, but as of now, see, collective nouns can be used as plural as well. But as of now, there is no need because they together have posted something. So, bench has posted the matter for farther hearing. No. When you use far's form farther, it means literal distance wise. But here we are saying next hearing. The context is of next in number, in sequence. So further will come. First is wrong. According to exactly further aega. According to J&J, the government had violated the principles. These principles, no. We are talking about the rules, and that's why principles PLE wala aega. During a random inspection in December 2018, FDA had collected samples of tech based baby powder from whatever places for quality check. So, whenever you are using any kind of verb as adjective, you have to change the form of it. Okay. Now, the form can be present participle like verb in its ing form, crying baby, talking toy. But here there is another way to do it. Verb third form, past participle, talc based baby powder, broken pot. So these are the verb forms that can act as adjectives at times, and that's what we were uh, needed to do. Why not simple past used in third as remove had? In third sentence, you want to ask about this one? This sentence, you are saying why not simple past, right? Because this is not wrong. You can use only collective, not a problem. But the thing is, we don't have this phrase of time in this exact condition. This relates to during, okay? So there is no single point of time. There was something that was completed in the past time. It happened over a period of time. So because there is a sense of completion, I'm allowed to use past perfect here. Yeah. But even if it would have been collected alone, it could have been okay. We don't have much context to decide that. But yes, it was supposed to be any of the past. Come on, guys, answer. I'm happy for all of you who confidently gave this answer because making sure that all these sentences are good to go and being confident about it, is something we are looking forward to in those at least appearing for me. It shows how well prepared you are. Indians traveling to the UAE, I told you, whenever we are mentioning a country's name with a United U and Union etc., we use the, are required to use both. बोथ के साथ हमेशा and आता है, so we have to check that combination, both their primary and secondary names, because we are saying both, we are saying names on their passport. To do what? To be allowed. Allowed what? Entry is used as a noun. Entry to what? To the Gulf nation as per rules. Okay. Skip, you can try in the class, at least in the class while practicing you can give it a shot. Passengers traveling to the UAE on what? On this or this kind of visas. This is your subject, this is your verb, are, however, exempted from the rule. Bingo. Other services. Whenever you use other, you use a plural after it. Other students, other classes. Other services such as Air India Express, SpiceJet have what? Advised. Reportedly, adverb. UAE travelers. Because advice is given to someone. So advised whom? Travelers. Now we are saying travelers, that's why the is not required before UAE. My main noun is travelers, okay? To ensure that their passport, plural hai to their passports, contain both their names. All are correct. Okay. One of the key things, just take a moment, listen to me. Okay. One of the key things is having a balance of keeping up the speed of doing the question and having patience as well to do a question. For mains, this is going to be a challenge. You have to overcome this. You have to have this balance where you are able to do certain number of questions. Okay, so you have to maintain a particular speed, but you cannot risk rushing the questions. Okay, so you have to give enough time, required time, to the questions which you know that if you put a little bit of effort you will be able to crack it, otherwise you won't do any question in exam. Okay, just try to figure this out whenever you are practicing. Aisha, take a little bit of more time. Okay, enough time given. This channel, the place where I am teaching, here we have the requirement, here we have the demand of students who are from non-Hindi speaking background. That's why I have to keep sessions in 90% English. I do use Hindi once a while, but I have to keep maximum part in English. Okay, so given Swiggy has to do a tightrope walk of something, that means have to work on something, not for. So a tightrope walk of what? Of not losing market share, but what? But improve, has to do, but to improve. First form will come. Profitability, competitive industry increase, this whole thing appears less likely. So definitely here there was a small error that was related to preposition. First is wrong. Brokerage and research firm Ambit. See, brokerage and research firm. Ambit is the name of that firm, and that firm has a category. It's a brokerage, it's the type of firm, brokerage and research. So basically, your subject is singular. Ambit, that is the name, that is your singular subject. That's why has will come. Okay. So this Ambit has buy tag on Zomato shares with whatever. Sometimes it can be confusing to figure out exact subject, so make sure that you are good at doing this kind of figuring out. With aggression continuing from Swiggy, where on what? On discounting and its flagship programs. We are saying about flagship. Okay, program, and that also there is just one mention, Swiggy one. See guys, again we can say programs. In some cases flagship product can be of course more than one, but you are naming it, it's just one name, Swiggy one. Okay, that's why I have to make sure that the word program singular is used here, and that's how we do it. We make sure whenever the correction is in singular plural, we make sure that we have a particular reason to do it, and that's why program. Okay, so none is correct. Let's move on to the next question. Make sure to like and share the session, guys. Match the column questions. Come on, guys, answer. You know what is to be done in match the column. But of course, little bit of extra work is to be done here because these are match the columns where three columns are given. But you should be able to. It's like sentence rearrangement in a different type of question. So for such questions, I would suggest go through the options. Okay. There you go. Answer is C here. Because you have to see how A goes with D and then with G, H, I. Lots of permutation combination things happening here. So let's Just give it a break. Check from A, B, C, D. Check through options. Okay. A, E, G. Grab olive military packages of emergency rations and water are tucked into a back corner. Back corner E. Back corner order required makes no sense. Definitely these two are out. See, so quickly you have eliminated A and B. Now C say F and C say D. Dekho. Check out C is it connecting with F or D or not. It is a sad truth that Indian region that entertains delusion of something. I need a noun. Delusions uh, of, off and off. C is ending in off. D is beginning with off. I cannot use two offs that way. Definitely C, D will not come. Now, none of the above will be your answer if this doesn't work out. But this is working out. Delusions of replacing. This is gerund. Delusion of what? Replacing English with Hindi in every sphere of life often fails. Honor, to appreciate, honor, or do what? Or cherish those who make lasting contribution to its literature. See, we are talking about swapping Hindi, English, and all. So we can continue talking about art, culture, literature. That's definitely your answer. If you get such a complex question, there will hardly be any grammatical error that would, as in grammatical error in the individual part A, part B, that will avoid you from, or that will make the question tricky and keep you away from answering the right answer. You can go through the options and check. The National Weather Service issued a weather watch for critical fire. Noun, okay? We need most probably uh, a preposition or something that would complete this fire and then another noun to make it a compound noun, right? So critical fire come up, no. Critical fire conditions, yes, I can say that in Sequoia National Park in Sierra Nevada, where two है तो definitely there has to be a plural noun. Where two what? Two lightning caused fires. This is adjective merged Friday after making its largest growth in a week. So definitely A, E, and G they give you some meaning, but you have this in other option also, which is B option. Okay, so try to just say C and check if you can go with CD or CF because that's the common one. Na? C wala is common. Under the Paris Agreement, every 5 years, the nations of the world must, no doubt, we need verb in its first form here must come up with, CF आ ही नहीं सकता, must D में जाएगा, must come up with some more emission cuts and more funding for the, again we need a noun, the what, the poorer nations to develop. We are talking about energy, clean energy, emission cuts and all. So yes, I can continue with this. Answer is A. Farm and sideline products of peasants. These are purchased by state at a reasonable, nothing reasonable what? So if you have been reading English, newspaper, articles, there are certain things that should automatically pop in your mind as you read the question. So reasonable back home, reasonable became, reasonable banana jackfruit, anything going with this, at reasonable something, purchasing, so at reasonable rate or price should have been the correct word. A is not giving you, not helping you anything. You can have answer E, you can have C or D also as answer. So let's now see C से क्या बनता है. Over the months, Batra used her connections where connections back home in Haryana to bring experts. Makes sense. Whereas if I go to S, connections banana jackfruit, we are not talking anything about fruit and this person's connection here, so that's of course irrelevant. Now we have to check if I'm able to take it to H or not. Otherwise, answer can be E. So, from northern India for providing tips or training local farmers in Noklak. So, ठीक है, ये हो गया. Guys, here is an important thing, another important thing. If this does not give us a sentence, this combo, answer will be none of the above. So just for the sake of making sure, check. The farmers now have a branded range of products such as. So now you can exemplify, no? Such as you can see all the names are given in F. And then in G, and pickles of both vegetables and meat. So yes, now you have a proper sentence BFG. Let's do some starters now. Come on, guys. I taught you yesterday. If you want, I can again teach you how to approach such questions, just in case you need any guidance. Okay, enough time given. Always focus on the subject and verb of both the sentences. The new timed finishing feature. There is a new feature. अभी कोई सा भी feature हो, doesn't matter. Will undoubtedly be the biggest one. Okay. It says it gives the option to do A, B, C, D, X, Y, Z. तो आप उसके extension में बोल रहे हो. Okay. So the new timed fishing feature gives gives what? Gives the, now the के साथ में क्या है? Gives the biggest adjustment, which is the option. So when you want, you will continue with the first one. You will continue with this, and then you will write which connector, which gives, okay, or that gives the option, and you continue with the second sentence. The option to shoot. See, in the second one, it is the subject, it is the new feature, the common denominator, the common thing, the common subject here is the word feature. And it gives the option to do that. Option in the second sentence is object. It will not help me to become a starter and give me a proper sentence. Okay, so second one is out. Then you have the third one, the biggest adjustment. Okay, see, the biggest adjustment in playing FIFA is the new feature. Okay, you will continue like this. It is the new feature. Feature को explain कर दो आप. Feature that, and then you continue with gives the option. Continue with the second one. So in this case, you can of course say it in the reverse manner. Feature is the biggest adjustment. The biggest adjustment is the feature. It's one and the same thing. Reverse also it's working. That's why you have answer both first and the third one. All of them could be used. Medical student, I will now do what for you, okay, to make you understand the other way to do this. I will scribble the non-important words. Okay. So, medical students, Josh, just remember Josh. So, Josh realized that infections continue to remain problematic following something, 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 something. The main thing here is Josh realized, in fact, realized something. Put this in a in one word. So Josh realized the infections के बारे में कुछ. Second is nurses receive a little training to prevent the infections post surgery. So they receive little training to prevent. Okay, again, these are the main things which you need to connect. Okay, so focus on these. Other words are, I won't say they are of no use at all, but the connection will be through these. Okay, since nurses and medical student we can connect, we can see how we can connect other things as well. The reason that infections continue to remain problematic following surgery in the developing world is that nurses receive little training to prevent, which was realized by medical student. So आप उसको last में बोल दोगे. You can go with the first one. Since or due to, okay. So since nurses receive little training, he realized, now you use the first one, put a comma, use the first sentence. Since this is the context, this medical student realized that infections they continue to remain problematic. Then, due to the little uh, training to received by nurses to prevent the infection, so nurses को बीच में insert करना पड़ेगा. Due to this, medical student he realized something. So there you go. All are possible connections, connectors, starters over here. While is present here, so you'll have to be little careful. While there is scope to improve the aspects, whatever aspects don't get lost into it, more changes should be approached. These are the main things. So realizing that while there is a scope, changes should be approached. So, of course, first is good to go. In the view of means we are keeping something into consideration and then we are moving forward. The second one also will help us because there is nothing more. While is already given, the connector is already present. So we just need a little bit of background kind of phrase, the phrase that will help us to understand there is a point of view of someone or somebody has realized or something. In the knowledge of scope to improve. But here, while is present, how will we fit while if I use this starter, the third one? So that is, of course, not what we are looking for. A is your answer. Second and the third one. CBSE schools have decided to cut short what the holidays to compensate for something else. The Kerala State Commission has criticized something happened on which they received a criticism. So reviewing the decision, can you see any kind of review happening here? First sentence, it tells us that there was a decision CBSE schools took. Okay. Second sentence is telling that the commission has criticized. The reviewing is not even happening here in first or the second. That's why irrelevant. So these two options are gone. Owing to heavy rain, because this is given due to heavy rain, it is owing to heavy rain. The decision of cutting short holidays to compensate for working days lost by CBSE schools. This was criticized by. Now you have to change the voice. Instead of active, you have to use the passive, and you can go with the second. The decision of CBSE schools. Now, what was the decision of cutting short, and the whole remaining first sentence will come, and then you can say was criticized by State Commission for Protection of Child Rights, and that's how you get it. Okay, second and the third one. Any doubt in how second is helping us to connect both the sentences? Please let me know if there is any. अगला प्रश्न. A lot of contestants in every season, in even the most memorable ones, can end up getting buried. One context is many can get buried within large friendships. A lot of contestants, same subject, have done what they can to cement their place in the history. Just that question mark is just a typo mistake. So even though a lot of them, this is a negative sentence, the first one, that even though a lot of them can end up getting buried within the large franchise, they have done whatever they can. Okay, so even though they have done whatever they can, so here technically first the second, excuse me, second sentence will come, and then the first sentence should come, because we are saying they have tried their best, still they are getting buried under the within the large franchise. So you should go about this way when it comes to connecting these two sentences. In contempt of, you understand the meaning of contempt? If you do, you know second is not going to help in any way possible. Nonetheless could have been something to help. But listen carefully. Nonetheless, the question is of starters. Okay, so you have to make sure you can use in the correct way, and that's why first is wrong, and that's why B alone is your answer. India is something. It is a vibrant democracy today. It's a positive sentence, and first sentence only talks about India is something. Then we say, and it's a positive one. Politics in the battleground is still influenced by the caste system, that is a social hierarchy. So you don't have to read the further thing, but of course, second is negative. These two things are in contrast, so as cannot be used. Even though India today is a vibrant democracy, comma, second sentence will come. Despite India being a vibrant democracy today, comma, the second sentence will come. So, it despite along with making first sentence a phrase, in the case of despite or in spite of, we are using being, making this first sentence, turning it, converting it into a phrase. So we can use it this way, or we can keep the sentence as it is and use even though as a connector. Follow, this would be the last question. Grid connected large scale installations. Now, these installations have received maximum attention. Okay, there is slow progress on rooftop solar. So, these installations they have received a good amount of attention. There is an opposite or something we didn't think of, that kind of a contradictory thing happening, that other thing there is a slow progress. So you are using while to connect two contradictory things. While the grid connected ones they have received maximum attention, comma, there is slow progress in the in on rooftop solar some other type. Receiving and slow progress, using these words as starters, are unable to help us connect these two sentences. Answer is only the first one. Cool. So that's it, guys. I hope you are learning a lot. You are getting to practice variety over here. We will be meeting tomorrow now, same time, 1 to 2 p.m. I am here on YouTube for a few more days. So I just wish to see you guys here. After this, my classes will be under our courses, which are available on our platform. Please check those out. लाइक और शेयर करके जाना सेशन को.